you're watching this video because you want to know what it looks like to be an Enneagram 9 Wing 8 self-preservation subtype, and for Myers-Briggs, ENFJ, because that's exactly what I am. And I've noticed there's not a whole lot of videos on YouTube with people saying, hey, here's exactly that combination. And my observation is it's not necessarily a popular combination, because a lot of Enneagram 9s are going to be not quite as enthusiastic as an ENFJ. And it's confusing already, because with Enneagram 9, our stance is to be withdrawn. The way that we grow is to turn inwards. So by default, we're all a bit introverted. But you can be a more extroverted 9, which I happen to be, and I don't think it's a coincidence that my dominant wing is 8, not 1. So I am very assertive. I am very focused on being in control of what I can control, instead of just sitting back and letting things happen. And I think that makes sense for someone who is more extroverted. But with that being said, I'm not completely extroverted, and when you look it up online, I guess as you are right now, ENFJ is about 75% extrovert, 25% introvert. And I think that is very important, that we have that little bit, that quarter of us, to be able to turn inward and to be able to think introspectively and break things down fundamentally. And of course, also on top of that, I am self-preservation. So 9s are already focused on comfort, more so, say an Enneagram 7 is more focused on pleasure. How can I be happy? And 9 is focused on comfort. How can I feel comfortable and relaxed and chill? That's the ultimate motive of an Enneagram 9. So I see how it's a strange mix. I get it. Because ultimately, if you're Enneagram 9, Wing 8, ENFJ, self-preservation subtype, here's how you operate. I just want peace in my heart. And I just want there to be peace around me. But if you cross me, I'm totally going to stand up to you, and I'm not going to let you get your way. And I'm very stubborn, and I'm going to do things my own way anyway. So you won't be able to get to do what you want to do. I'm going to do whatever I want to do anyway. Because ultimately, I want peace, and I want to be comfortable, and I want to be in control of what's going on. And ultimately, I'm totally cool just being quiet in the back of the room, and I won't bother anybody. But the moment I need to get what I want, you'll hear from me. So I may be completely quiet. You may not even know that I'm in the room until there's a problem, and then I'm going to let you know about it, and I'm going to do something about it. And I'm not going to get your permission. I'm not going to get your approval. I'm just going to do the thing that's ultimately going to make me happy. And by happy, I mean comfortable and at peace. I really think that Enneagram 9 Wing 8 is already one of the strangest combinations that you can be. My life makes a lot more sense, though, knowing what my actual number is. And it took a long time, because on top of that, Enneagram 9s are the ultimate chameleon. We're all 9 types. Basically, give us an hour and we can be all 9 right then. It's very easy for us to relate to people. We're also very talkative and friendly, because we know what it's like for the whole collective human experience. So it's very easy for us to look like a 4 or a 7 or any of the other numbers. And that's kind of that extrovert that we wear on the outside, but on the inside, we're introverts. So very strange to be seeking peace all the time, but immediately ready for action. I mean, we can think about Eddie Brock, Venom, right? He's 9 Wing 8. We can think of Jim from The Office. He's 9 Wing 8. We think of Rocky. We can think of Rambo. These are people who really just mind their own business. They don't want any trouble, but they're not going to let you walk over them. And that's when that 8 starts coming out. In Paul Rudd is always 9 Wing 8 in anything you ever see him in. He's a chill guy, but he's also going to let you know when he has a problem, and he's just not going to go along with it. And he does stand up for himself. In every Paul Rudd movie or show you've ever seen him in, he's just kind of hanging out. And then he always ends up telling somebody off. Also, Harrison Ford is another 9 Wing 8. Just kind of going with the flow until there's a problem, and you'll see him do this. This is his signature move. If you happen to be 9 wing 8 or think you might be, I'd love to hear from you. Because it can be part of this community. We can understand, oh, you know what it's like to be me. You're one of us. Yeah, okay, let's talk about it.